You ready to eat lunch?
I'm ready to eat lunch.
Hey.
Hey, Judy.
Welcome to the farmer's market.
Yeah.
How was everything? Was it good?
Excellent. Always excellent.
Good.
For real.
We
Always
hope so.
good.
We hope so. I don't take credit for the food. I'm surrounded by a team that is absolutely amazing at what they do, and that actually they kick me out of the kitchen most of the time. So they're like, you're in the way or you're messing things up, and so it's like, oh, that's okay because I got plenty to do anyway. So I leave them and they do what they do best, and I go do what I do best.
Yeah.
So there's always something to do.
Always. You're a busy lady.
Oh.
There is no doubt about that.
Yeah, and this is just one of the drops in the bucket. I have an amazing family that is, thank goodness they're as hard workers as they are, because our plate's really full, and but it's good. God is good to us, and fortunately we have amazing kids, and they both became involved in the businesses as well, and then we'll talk more about that hopefully, because they're just the coolest thing since sliced bread.
They are pretty cool.
Thanks.
They're pretty handsome too.
Thanks.
Hey guys, in editing this video, I realized that the sound quality is horrible. And I'm so sorry. We did try to get to a place where there wasn't going to be a lot of background noise. Orville Farmers Market is a business and it's right off of the road, and there was a lot of road traffic and customers coming in and out, and it was just a lot of background noise. I do not have good microphones yet. I'm trying to level up my equipment so that I can make better quality videos for you guys. And to be honest with you, I am saving up money right now to be able to buy some really good quality microphones. So I will be getting some very soon. Really sorry y'all about the sound quality of this video. If you could just hang in there, maybe turn it up a little bit so that you can hear what she's saying. It was a really good conversation that I got to have with her, and I hate that the sound is not good. Hey guys, I'm Tracy with Just to Get Farms, and I am at Orville Farmers Market today with Judy McKinney. She is my good friend, and this is my favorite, one of my most favorite places to come. Petals from the Past is my most favorite nursery in the world, and Orville Farmers Market's my favorite market in the world.
Thank you.
I love it here. I'm so excited that she's talking to us today.
Thank you.
Judy is she's a powerhouse.
Ow. Now I have to live up to that.
Yeah,
no,
you're a powerhouse. You are a business lady. You are a farmer. You are remarkable. You really are. You really inspire me a lot. You really do.
You're very good.
So tell us about Judy.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, the biggest question that I get from people that come in the farmer's market is, where are you from? Because you're not from here. And we're transplants, definitely.
Yeah.
We transplanted about 15 years ago. My husband had started a company up here, and we had one of those kind of transitional times in our life. We had a company down in Florida, we had a company up here, and a bunch of things had changed, and we had to, it was a pivotal moment that it was like, do we move to Alabama or do we not? And we made the choice to take that leap of faith and move to Alabama and expand upon the business that was here. And I'm glad we did.
Yeah.
This is year 6. And you and I met about a year into it because we started our CSA program, and I was super excited about your farm.
Yeah.
And one of the fun stories that I love to tell about you and I is the fact that I had a point of sale piece made with the CSA program, and had your farm put on it, and you guys weren't even ready, and I didn't know that, but man, you were part of the program already, so that relationship is involved too.
We probably didn't even have a house yet.
I don't know if you had planted your first tree or your first garden, but you were on the point of sale.
There. That's awesome.
The other business that we have up here is an agriculture-based business. That's what got us up here. We own, it's called Dallas County Seed Company, and we have been harvesting Pensacola seed, is our mainstay. We've been harvesting Pensacola seed for 15 years in this area, and probably within like a 60-mile radius of here. And we also do other grains, more, but it's mainly seeds, like seeds that you would plant, fescue, rye. We've done some clover, don't like clover, it's very messy. But Pensacola is really our mainstay. And so that's what kicked it off. And then this business was always here. A little man named Mr. Kirk, who is a, had I not known any better, I would have thought he founded Orville. But he was about 95.
Oh, wow.
And he, I think more his family decided it was time for him to sell the seed business that had been in Orville. And he did things like corn, oats, wheat, milo, processed those for local people.
Okay.
And we, they called us and said, are you by chance interested in the buildings? And so we said, sure, we'll come talk. And I got to sit down with him because I had never met him. And part of our conversations, I said, your dad's not part of this conversation, and he was 95. So it was still, it was really hard for him to get around.
Right.
And I said, I really think your dad should be part of this conversation because this has been his life forever. And so they agreed, and we went to his house. And I walked in, never met him. I sat down next to him in his chair, and I introduced myself and shook his hand. And he said, well, it is really good to meet you.
Oh.
And he ended up telling me about how he grew up, going into the war, where he traveled to in the war, meeting his wife, how he ended up here, how he worked for Jake Jewell, who was the original seed company owner, how he bought the business from Jake Jewell. Loved to talk turkey because he was a huge turkey fan. And and we just had a good time. But I think by the end of that conversation, he felt we weren't going to tear the buildings down.
Right.
The buildings had been his life for so long that he was really afraid somebody was just going to wipe him out.
Yeah.
And these date back to the 1800s.
Wow.
And
they're very cool. Very cool buildings. Yeah.
And still a lot more to be done, but this phase is in good shape right now. But he came to the conclusion we weren't going to tear them down, and so he was at peace that we could buy them. Unfortunately, he passed away just shortly after. That's when I tell people it's really the buildings that kept him alive. I really feel I really believe that.
Probably.
And
well, he poured his life into it.
His
Heart, his soul, everything, probably.
Absolutely. And everybody knew Mr. Kirk. And so now you got him. Oh my gosh, what do you do? And a friend of mine and I would set up in front, and we would sell. I have chickens at home, and so I would sell farm fresh eggs, and literally whatever we had in our gardens, we would bring up here and sell. And I was selling tomatoes and squash and cucumbers and farm fresh eggs, and Kelly was selling everything that she had in her garden. And so I tell people, we started out as 2 pup tents and a sign, and that was all that was here, and in front of what is now the farmers market. And so people would stop, but it's like it was the people that wouldn't stop that, how do you get their attention? And I always thought it'd be a really cool place for a farmer's market, because this is just Orville's just a unique little town that is surrounded by so many treasures. You've got Oklahoma that's right down the road, you've got the Forever Wild, the Alabama River. There's just a huge amount of natural resources. And I love farmers markets.
I do too.
Farmers markets, you're just going to find real people that are earthy, that have an appreciation for the earth, and take care of it. And so fast forward a year, we opened up, and we literally spent a year, because the building had 3 brick walls and a cement floor. And that was it. That was all that was in here. And the building next to next to the farmer's market, which is actually the main store, was a movie theater back in the 1940s.
Really?
And so we opened up, and my husband looked at me and he said, "Are you gonna get any tables and chairs?" And I'm like, "No, nobody's gonna sit in Orville and eat." I said, "You know, we're gonna have meals. They can come in, they can grab a plate to go, and we'll have the farm fresh produce, and we'll throw in some gifts." And so we open up, and a friend of mine brought her daddy in, who her daddy was definitely 80, 85, and she said, "Judy, do you have a table my dad can sit at?" And I said, "Absolutely." Grabbed a pop-up table, a couple folding chairs I had, threw a tablecloth out. He sat down. Kid you not, the table stayed full all day long. And I'm like, oh my gosh. We had picnic tables out front.
Time to order tables.
Holy moly. And a gal who was working with me came to me. She had taken a phone call. She's like, "Judy, you've got a group of 40 people on the phone that want to come for lunch." I said, "Book it." She's like, "Where are you going to sit them?" I'm like, "I have no idea, but I'm going to figure it out." And then a couple days later, we get another phone call. She's like, "Judy, got a group of 60 people want to come in." And I said,
"Wow,
really?" And she's like, "Yeah." I said, "Book it." She's like, "Where are you going to sit these people?" I'm like, "I don't have any idea." And I said, "But book it." And so I looked at my husband and I said, "Look, you're going to have to cut a hole into the wall going into that adjoining building room. It's a room now. We call it the dining hall." And so he spent a week, because these brick are 3 brick deep.
wow."
Cutting that and doing it, and then we had it framed out. And I got on the phone and I ordered tables and chairs. Well, they weren't going to be in for like 6 weeks. So I went down to the fire department and made a donation, begged, borrowed, and stole every pop-up table and chair that they had, and we made it work.
Awesome.
And then we got our tables in. So, and since then we've had hundreds of parties, catered events, special events. We've done everything from a baby's first birthday to 50th wedding anniversaries.
Wow.
And I never dreamed, Tracy just never dreamed that it would be this far along in such a short period
It's
of time.
amazing. I mean, it's always full. And the great thing though, and I think the atmosphere is wonderful. Like, the atmosphere has got like a really good vibe to it. You know, I mean, it's
we hope you feel at home.
Yeah, you feel at home, and it's really pretty, it's really neat, it's got a great atmosphere.
Thank you.
But the food is top notch, good Southern cooking.
Thanks.
Good Southern food, no doubt. The food that you're serving in here is, I mean, it's homegrown, it's real food. It's not from a can, a box.
And it changes, you know, seasonally the menu has to change because of what's being grown.
Yeah.
And so when I love when people come in the morning, and a lot of people who are around the area will come in the morning and have breakfast. And if you're here about 8, you see our cooks will come out and they're grabbing up fresh iced potatoes, sweet potatoes, bell peppers, onions, and they take that, and all of that is cooked up fresh every day. So everything that you see on the produce stand is also what's being used in the kitchen too. And today happens to be Friday, so we're serving locally raised catfish. It's Catfish Friday.
Catfish Friday.
And Catfish Friday is always a hit. As you saw just a few minutes ago, we had a church group that just arrived with their bus is parked out front right now. And that's always a nice feeling. I love it when the buses pull up. And but it's good.
It's good. And the food, the produce that's on the market stands out here is brought to you, a lot of it, by local farmers.
Local farmers, and then whatever, if they can't get it to me, usually Tuesdays are what I call my farm run day. And if a farmer can't deliver to me, then I'm going to them.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's legit farm to table meal.
Talking about local farmers in the area, a big part of the farmers market is we carry seeds So they can come in, they can buy their seeds, or we have, there's 3 different nurseries that we get local starts from. So right now people are buying collards, they're buying broccoli, they're buying your winter greens, or what's and it's mums and pumpkins too. But winter greens are the main thing right now. So people will come in, they buy their seeds, they go home, they grow their garden, and then what's cool is they can then take that garden and bring it up to the farmer's market, and any day of the week if a farmer wants to come and sell, they can come and sell what they've grown, or they can also sell it to me, and we're either going to sell it on the smaller produce stand that we have in the farmer's market, or we're going to take it, we're going to turn around and cook with it, so it becomes your lunch.
I love it. But I think maybe what really made me fall in love with you is how you're passionate and your heart is to help farmers and to help business people.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good to see you. Well, in all honesty, Tracy, everything we do, and that means us as a family, and we're really fortunate that our kids are both in agriculture. One graduated from college and actually came back and said, I want to be part of the company and help build the company. Which he has done, and he has done very successfully. Literally everything we do as a family helps local farmers, and I'm really proud of that. There's truly a disconnect in our society right now, unfortunately, as to where food comes from, where your clothes come from. Everything that you have on literally started as some form of agriculture, whether it was cows or whether it was corn that made plastic, that made my little wellies here. Everything comes from the earth. And we so desperately need young farmers, and
we do.
I'm proud that our kids have chosen to go into agriculture and want to learn more and do better, and they're really doing a great job. Women in farming is amazing, and I'm surrounded literally by women. My girlfriend right down the street here is the one who actually started with me with the 2-pup-tenths of a sign. Then I have another girlfriend just down here that has, she grows corn, she grows soybeans, she grows cotton. She's a huge cotton farmer and sits on boards from all over the state of Alabama. And she's absolutely amazing. And you have to connect with those other people too. It's huge to create a community of women in agriculture. But I'm surrounded by women here that they either have rabbits in their backyard, they have chickens in their backyard. And not only do I have chickens, so I raise their eggs to be able to sell farm fresh eggs in the farmer's market. I have 5 more farmers. Of those 5 farmers, 4 of them are women.
4 of them are women.
And one of them are actually 2 young women, and I'm really proud of this. The young lady who I was talking about that does the cotton and who's the huge cotton farmer down here. It is her 2 little girls. I'll give a shout out to Casey and Lil Yeager because they are amazing young ladies. I'm really proud of their parents because they've been supplying me with eggs for 6 years. And they may come in with 6 dozen, they may come in with 1 dozen, they may come in with 10 dozen. But they started them doing eggs 6 years ago, and the girls keep their own books. They do all their own sales. They have to go out and collect the eggs. They have to wash the eggs. They have to package the eggs, and they have their own little labels. And so they're literally from soup to nuts. They're teaching them from the ground up, and they keep their own books. They know how much they spend on feed versus and how much the chickens eat.
That is amazing.
I know, and
that is amazing.
And they were literally this high when they first started coming in the farmer's market.
I love that.
One is in high school, and one is just about to go into high school. She's maybe a year, 2 years from it.
It's our future.
I know.
That's our future farmers right there. That's our future period right there.
I was having a conversation with a man this morning, as a matter of fact, and I was telling him, about our 2 kids, and that they've chosen to go into agriculture. And I said, you know what, I'm really proud of that. And I like telling people that because we need young farmers.
We do.
And you know, the one graduated college and has come back and is helping his dad build the company. And our other son works for a local fertilizer distributor. I don't know if I can say the name or not, but he works for a fertilizer company. And I think I could swear to goodness that he spit shines at Rogator every day. You would think that it belonged to him. And that he's driven it from here to Mississippi and to put out fertilizer for farmers. And he goes out, he pulls soil samples for this. He has learned so much.
Your sons are awesome.
Thank you.
They are awesome young men. I've had the privilege of meeting them and conversing with one of them. Which one was it brought the food to the wedding? Judy, Orville Farmers Market, catered my son's wedding that we had at the farm last November, almost a year ago now. And your son, which one was
Cooper.
Cooper brought all the food to us that day, and he was just the cutest thing. I think he had just gotten a new rifle or something.
Oh gosh, he had.
He had just gotten a new rifle. So Chance and all his buddies were down there, and we're like, y'all need to do this, and you need get that hung, get those lights hung, and they're all down there chilled out shooting the gun on the back.
He was so proud of that too. He's like, he's in the military too, Mom, and I'm like, he is so cool, isn't he?
And then your other son is
Matthew.
I don't know why I can't keep the name straight. So Matthew is dating a young lady, Rachel.
I know.
And I spoke to Rachel, and she's going to do an interview with us too because she's a beekeeper. What's the name of her Facebook page?
Southern Bee Biz.
Southern Bee Biz, and she's got a website too.
They do have a website.
And they build
bee boxes.
bee boxes.
Thanks.
So y'all go check Rachel and her father's business out, Southern Bee Biz. Go check out the website. Go find her Facebook page. Super cool young lady, and you guys are going to get to meet her real soon, I hope.
Yeah.
You have a whole lot going on, like a whole lot. You wear a lot of boots, a lot of boots.
I have several pairs.
You have several pair of boots.
We've always been that way, you know, from the get-go. But I like to think of myself as a mom first because I'm really, really proud of that was the best. And I've really been fortunate with the background that I've had. I've gotten to travel a lot of places. I've got to do a lot of amazing things. I've got to work with a lot of amazing people. But the best thing I ever did was I became a mom.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of those two. And but that would be boot pair number one.
Yeah.
I am a wife.
Yeah.
To a really amazing guy who, as I just told you, puts up with this. And this is a big package to put up with because I'm a constant work in progress. And but definitely a mom, wife, business owner. And in the business owner, there are days that I've had to be the cook, I'm the cleaner, I'm the dishwasher, I'm the janitor, I take out the garbage. I was cleaning the bathroom earlier today, and a lady walked up behind me and she goes, "You really do everything, don't you?" You know, if it's got to be clean, I'm your girl. And so
You're the bread pudding maker if they let you in there.
Yes, when they let me in the kitchen, yes, they let me make part of the bread pudding for tomorrow. And I think only because they know it's one of my favorites.
It's Jean's favorite.
Yeah, and the cornbread. Can't forget the cornbread because
the cornbread is
on point.
It's very good cornbread.
It is very good cornbread. And it's not like, you know, everybody, you know, people like it dry, they like it sweet. This is like right in between and just
perfect.
Thank you.
Absolutely perfect.
Thank you. I keep all of the books for all of the, not only do we have the farm, we have Dallas County Seed, we've got the Orville Farmers Market, and then we have our own Judy McKinney Farm. So I keep all of the books for all of that.
And the CSA, is that part of one of those?
The CSA is part of the Farmers Market.
Okay.
Yes. And
multiple business owner.
Yes.
You have multiple businesses.
Yes, we always have. We always have. We figured out a long time ago, it's one thing wasn't going to get us or our kids where we wanted
you
all
wanted
us
to
to
go.
be.
Mhm.
And so it takes wearing a lot of boots. Yeah, we do. We have to wear a lot of boots. And I think
We
as
do.
just as women,
Not just farmers or homesteaders, but
'cause you're
just
a
as
friend,
women,
you're an aunt, you're a sister,
Mother.
you're a mom, you're
daughter, daughter-in-law,
all of the above.
all of the above, counselor.
Yeah. Yes. I've been a
Hall
therapist.
baker, all of the things.
And it's a lot of boots to wear.
It's a lot of boots.
They
to
come
wear.
in different forms and they
Mhm.
come at different times, and it's a lot to juggle. But
It is.
I think as women, it makes us we're really, really strong because we've had to be.
Resilient.
Oh,
Very resilient.
that is a huge word to
It
use
is.
when it's to a female farmer, because farming is hard. There's no easy road that we hoe.
No.
It's
That is the truth.
hard,
It is.
but it's amazingly rewarding. But it's just like motherhood. Motherhood is and being a wife it's I call it's work, but it's a different kind of work, you know. But it's hard work, and but it's so rewarding.
It is.
And you know, I'm proud if somebody looks at me and says, "Oh, you just look like a farmer." I'm like, "You're darn straight."
You're darn right. I'm
And
a farmer.
I'm happy about that.
Yep.
So
That's it.
I'll take the dust on my hat, and I
The
got
cow poop on my
yeah,
boots.
and I have my pocket knife. I think it's here. My pocket knife is in my pocket. It is. It's in my pocket. So I got my pocket knife. I got my hat, and I got my boots.
And your boots. You're ready to go.
I'm ready to
Now
go.
you can conquer the world.
I hope so. I'm gonna keep trying.
Keep
anyway.
Keep trying. Okay. So one other question.
Okay.
Now, how do you manage all of those boots? It's tough.
That is a tough
It's
question.
a tough one.
That's really a tough question, because you're not going to be, accept the fact that you're not going to be perfect all the time. It's like my store can look fabulous, my front windows look fabulous, but I've got 2 weeks of checks that I really need to get posted into the bank account.
Yeah.
Or into my QuickBooks. Everything is not going to be perfect all the time. Business can be great, but maybe there's a week's worth of laundry at home that needs to get done.
Yeah.
Everything is not. I would love to have that moment where everything
was
is
right
done.
in the world.
You know, the laundry is done, the checkbook is caught up, all the displays are done, all the food orders are placed, and everything is done just the way it needs to be. And I don't know that I've ever had that moment, but you know, I had to at some point say it's okay. It's okay if there's laundry left to do. It's gonna be all right. It's still gonna be there for me.
Yeah.
You know, you do what needs to be done at the time. And you know, if you've got a catering job, that's got to take priority. You've got you know, bills that need to be paid right this second, that's got to take your priority. And you juggle it, and it is truly a juggle. What you do when, and you time it out the very best that you can. Let it be okay if you fail, but pick yourself back up by your bootstraps and keep going.
And keep moving.
Yeah, you just got to keep moving.
Yeah.
And we all have those days that it's like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. But when you're in business, you have to be your biggest cheerleader. People come to a farmer's market to enjoy and to have fun, and that's what I want them to do. As you saw when the group, we had a group, church group that just came in a few minutes ago for lunch, and you know, hey, how are you doing? Welcome to the farmer's market, and you know, make yourself at home. That's what you're here for. Enjoy yourself.
And that's why people are going to keep coming back to this place, and I can just see this farmer's market is definitely going to be on the map. It already is on the map.
Thank you.
But I mean, it's just going to grow bigger and bigger. And I believe one reason too is because I know your heart. I know how much you love God, and I believe He's going to continue to bless your business and bless your family. I really do.
Thank you.
I'm proud to know you, Judy.
Thank you. Likewise. Likewise. And I'm glad you brought God up, because that's definitely how I start you have to start your day.
Oh yeah.
Because
I couldn't get through it without him.
Yeah, I don't. All of us farmers, we have to have God behind us, or in front of us, or surrounded by us, or us
carrying
surrounded by
us.
them. And oh man, you and
Kicking
I had
us a little bit.
you and I had that conversation that
Yeah.
a long time ago when we first, because I didn't know if this was gonna if it was gonna work, and I tease, and I say, God and I had a lot of come to Jesus meetings, and we did, right on my living room floor, and He has carried me this far, and thank goodness, thank God, thank goodness, thank everything, because I don't know what I would have done without Him.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Well, thank you, Judy, so much for
so
taking.
glad
I
you're
know
here.
how busy you are, and I appreciate you taking some time to sit down and talk to me and talk to all of my friends out here. I know you guys are inspired by Judy's story and just who she is and what she's doing. And if you guys are in Alabama and you're anywhere near Orville Farmers Market, you have to come here and check out the market and hopefully meet Judy.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Come see us.
Yeah.
Come see us. It's fun. It's
Thanks
fun.
for hanging
Thank
out
you.
with us today, guys. God bless you, and I will see you on the next video.
Keeping perfect rhythm makes you want to sing along. Got it going on like donkey Kong. Whee! Shut my mouth. Slap your grandma. All be along. Get the sheriff on the phone. Lord have mercy.
I can't believe you know the words.
Get them britches on.
I don't know the words. I don't know the words, but I'll dance.
Zippity doo dah, zippity.
Sister.